Good morning. Good morning. Hey, we're going to start with our standing tall, third chakra, motivation, confidence building class today. So let's just take the arms wide out and stand in a nice confident stance. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale all the way back down, like your whole body is really taking a yawn. Inhale, reaching up. Feels good. Reach to the all four corners. Your right arm, left arm, right leg, left leg, and back down again. Inhale. Full lung opening. Exhale back down. And then take big arm circles towards the back wall. Just full motion. Full range of motion. Inhale, exhale around. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. One more of those. We'll reverse the action. So you're going to go big circles back and up. And as you exhale, you're coming down. Inhale and exhale. Stretch the neck upward, shake the arms out, and then drop the chin to the chest. Inhale up. Full range of motion. Inhale, which for me feels so much better. Drop the chin after going to the massage therapist yesterday. She has a way of really opening up those muscles that are tense and tight. And we want to keep it that way. We're just taking the head side to side. Take the arms out, building strength and stamina, courage, confidence, and respect. One thing that builds a lot of confidence is our ability to say what we'll do and do what we say, even if it's the littlest thing, like I'm going to eat a healthy breakfast. We do it. That builds confidence. It helps us. It helps me anyway to forge a new alliance with myself to nourish my body. Let's go backwards with the arms. So little circles here. What in your life, what little habit can you create, commit to, and begin anew or reconnect with that would build confidence? It's confidence building. Drop the arms. Let's go side to side with a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. In general, you want to pick something, a habit that is moving you towards a dream, an aspiration, or a bigger goal in your life. So if your big goal is to live to be 100 or live to be 90 in your old age and have vitality, we really need to start like with today's on the docket and cut out the pieces or cheeses and things that make you feel sick, not well, and nourish the body both in spirit, mind, and physicality. And then we'll build confidence and courage to take action in that direction that we want to go. So pause here for a moment, place your hands on the heart and visualize where it is you're going, what you want to be. In your mind's eye, that bigger picture, and not too distant of a future. And that power to be present in that future you now and embed and embody the feeling that you are in, the feeling of a healthy, vibrant body. Maybe you've felt that before and revisit it. And today you want to tap into that. To give you the energy and power to move forward in whatever little thing you want to do today. So now we're setting an intention for the day what do you want to accomplish? Who can help you, and when will you have it done by? So you just keep those thoughts in your mind. We'll take the arms overhead again. We're still in this confident stance. Clasp the wrist and head up and over to your right side. This will be a 45-minute class. Let's come back to center with a little, some twists, standing and balancing postures to build strength. We might even throw in an arm balance. I think we will. Up and over to the left. Hold firm through your core. And then let's release. Big and roll, shoulder roll. Take the feet a little bit closer, a narrower stance here. Arms floating up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. This big goalpost is stretched towards the back wall. Forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold in. Let's do that again from the side. I'm going to take a flat back, bending the knees deeply. So you can bring the chest to the thigh. Exhale, lift the hips to the sky, almost straight. My legs are really tight today, so I'm going slow. Inhale one more time with the bent leg. Exhale, roll up slowly. We're going to take it one vertebra at a time. Inhale, coming all the way to the top. And exhale, standing in a ready position, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms overhead, up and over to the right. So we're clasping the right wrist. Inhale, back to center, up and over, side body stretch to the left. We're keeping a really strong side flexion. Exhale, in goalpost arms, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Okay, it's beginning to loosen. Oh, my body's super, super tight today. Inhale, hands to your heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then walk to the back edge of your mat. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. Making a V. So bring the shoulders forward over the wrists. We're in plank. And then push the floor away, moving the shoulders back until the biceps are by your ears. And that might mean, let's do that again, forward. It might be helpful to bend the knee a little bit here if your hamstrings are super tight. And we're going to hold the shoulders really way behind the hands so they're laid out straight overhead, biceps to your ears. And then we'll just straighten one leg at a time. And so pressing the heel into the floor, opposite knee is bent, switch sides. Inhale, exhale, hold. Inhale, switch. Exhale again, hold. One more. Each side. Starting to get a little bit more open. The fascia is has to wake up today. And then we're going to step the right leg forward. Let the hip drop a little bit closer to the floor. You're going to keep the pretty strong back leg. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, bend. Now, if you have a block or something to place the hand on, I would do so. So you just place your both hands on either side of the block as we move the hips upward and straighten the front leg and then bend. So we begin to open that inner channel. Then we're going to straighten the leg, walk the hands to the side a bit and turn or pivot on the back leg. Then I'm going to bend the front knee again and reach forward in what I would call a warrior two stance of the legs, but my torso is stretched out like a downward facing dog. And then actually straighten the leg. Dig the heel in. We'll walk the hands all the way over to the back foot. Bending the knee and coming into Skandasana, point and flex. And then let's walk it all the way back, coming into a low lunge and twisting. So you'll plant the left hand, right hand to the thigh. We're going to use that as leverage to open the shoulder. Pull back through your right shoulder. Lift the belly away from the thigh. Right here, we don't want to be going towards the thigh. We want to move the heart and chest, belly, just open a little bit away from the thigh. So we get a nice gentle twist through the low back. Then we'll plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Give it a little bit of a shift. Roll forward, knees to the floor, and a chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. We'll step the left leg to the top of the mat and do a very similar thing on this side. Release the hips towards the floor, but keep a strong back foot. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. And you also on this side, remember you could use your block. My body's starting to respond a little bit more to the movement now. I'm going to keep that front leg straight for a moment. Walk the hands just to the side, out to the side. So my torso is diagonally away from the foot. And then I'm going to bend the knee again and spin the back heel. So my stance is a warrior two stance. I'm going to bow, plant the hands firmly. Lift the belly, the underside, and hug the heels towards each other. So I get a really strong connection, yielding into the floor. And then walk it back up, straighten the leg. And we'll walk over to the right foot, slightly turn out, bring the elbow to the knee. And now I'm in a Skandasana. I'll point the left foot and flex. Point and flex. I come back to center, walk it all the way around, plant the left hand to the floor. So we're in a low lunge. So I've just shifted my feet. They're all facing forward, and then I'll rotate open. To the left, hand on the thigh. We were using that for leverage. So left hand on the left thigh. I'm just using it for leverage. Great. We're going to revisit that in a moment. Unwind, plant the hand, step back. Downward facing dog. With a little shakedown. Sometimes the fascia needs just a shake up to get it to be unstuck. Inhale, let's come forward into plank, knees, and then lower down chaturanga. Inhale to a low cobra. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And this time take the right leg to the sky. We'll bend the knee, open the hip, rotate through the ankle. I want to get a little bit of joint mobility here through the hip and the knee. Then we're going to bring the right knee to your left elbow. So you're pulling it in, your right elbow, and then all the way back up in a figure eight movement, figure eight. And last time, bring the knee all the way through right elbow, left, and then extend it out to the side. We're going to root down through the right hand and open it up in a falling star. This takes a lot of strength in the right arm. Shoulder blade underneath you, head laid out. Exhale, back to center. Reach the right leg all the way up to the sky. Drop it to the floor. Raise the left leg, right arm. We're just going to take all of that balancing action, weight off of the right arm. Reach forward with the right arm. Exhale, bend elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Inhale, extend it. Exhale. One more, and then we're going to reach, bend the foot, the knee, clasp the foot, and press straight up. Vajrasana, tiger pose, holding foot to hand, squaring off the shoulders. This right shoulder is going to want to lift, and the left hip going down. I want you to pull the right shoulder down, lift the left hip. So there's a little more balance and evenness. And then the ribs hug in to center line. Release, leg and arm, and drop to the floor. Press the hips back to the heels. And take it in a child's pose. Make a fist and rotate through the fist. Plant the hands and come back onto the hands and knees. Toes turn under. Downward facing dog. Left leg to the sky. In on an inhale. Bend the knee. Rotate through the ankle. Here we're doing the same thing. Rotate through the hip socket. Oh, that feels lovely. And then we'll make a figure 8. Bring the left knee to the right elbow, left elbow, and all the way back up again. You need a lot of room for this. So make what room you can. Inhale. Last time. And bring the knee, same elbow, cross it over and extend it out. And the key component is your left hand really has to be away from the shoulder or above the shoulder. And we open that up, falling star, and just feel the intensity of holding oneself up with one arm, then bring the left leg all the way up and around, high to the sky, down to the floor. We'll raise the right leg and left arm. We're back on this uneven. Inhale, exhale, tuck, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck and touch. Inhale to extension. Exhale, tuck and touch. Now hold the extension, hamstring curl the back leg. You're really raising, reaching all the way around. Clasp the foot. Press the foot into the hand. Again, square the shoulders and the hips towards the floor. There's definitely going to be a slightly more open, elevated shoulder and hip on either side, but we're managing the balance there. And release. Oh, that does feel good. Both hands to the floor, both knees, and take a downward facing dog. We're going to walk the hands back to your feet. Let your feet take a wider stance. So you're separating the feet. Walk the hands so they're just underneath the forehead. They're quite a ways away from the feet. Make sure there's a good 2 feet of space there. And we're going to bend the knees slightly and push the hips back. So again, the arms are coming biceps to your ears. I see that. So my arms are actually straight overhead. And I give it a little bit of a sway side to side. Inhale and exhale. You want to feel powerful, strong. Come back to center. We're going to twist it. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the waist, and then to the sky. And then take it to your back pocket. Bend your left knee. There's our twist right there. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend. Excuse me, exhale, straighten. And then come back around. Plant the right hand to the floor. We'll do the same thing to the left side. I like to circle the hips here. Realign the spine before we go to that second side. Right hand plants. left hand to the waist or to the sky. Hands come all the way around and we're bending the right knee. And exhale, straighten. Bend. Exhale, straighten. Bend. Exhale, straighten, unwind. Bring your left hand to the floor. And then let roll up all the way to standing. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the feet together. We'll move to the middle of the mat. Let's take a wide jump out. Right foot out, left foot corners or is at a parallel to the back edge of your mat. And this knee is tracking the second and third toe. We're going to come overhead with the arms and then back to that tracking of the knee right over second and third toe. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Hold here, bring your right arm underneath the left. So we're crossing, giving yourself a hug, and then continue that movement, crossing at the forearms. Inhale, a big lift, and at the diagonal, you're going to exhale, float down. Inhale, raise up. Strong core, exhale, strong outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Dropping down. Release the arms straight out. Reverse the warrior. Inhale, exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Straighten the leg, triangle pose. We're going to take each of those postures now and revolve them. So starting with the triangle pose, bring the left hand to the floor or a block. I'm going to step the back foot in. We'll square the hips up. So we start with a neutral spine. Neutral spine here, and the awareness is in the hip. You want a level hip here, not one that's dropping in. So you have to really push through the outer edge of the back foot. Stabilize through the front leg, and the knee is not bent, it's straight. So hike your block up to the point where your hamstrings are safe and they feel like they're getting a good stretch. Okay. Raise the front toes. You can even bring a block underneath the ball of the foot to accentuate the stretch. Might not be necessary this time around. I'm going to give my Achilles a good stretch here because I can, and then re-straighten. We'll bring the foot to the floor, left hand on the block, and then we'll revolve it. So we're going now towards the side wall. Right hand in the crease of the hip. And right arm reaching. So this is revolved triangle. Again, we're working this area of the third chakra, the solar plexus, in our twist. Keep the back heel pressing down. It wants to pop up. You're really working synergistically, front and back legs, both straight. Rooting down into the floor. Twist a little bit deeper. And then exhale. You're going to keep that right arm high, but just step back a little bit into a twisting low lunge. And we've already been here. You're going to take it one step further and bring your right arm to the back pocket. Push off with the standing hand and balance. So elbow comes across the knee. Now you don't have to come here. You could keep a hand on the block, but this is going to just give us a little bit more twisting power. Now to come out of this, we're going to go right back into warrior two. So we're unfolding. There's some really shocking and magnificent power. Come to center. Float the arms to the other side. Power in our left leg, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, track knee over second, third toe. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, track it. When you feel some power in the connection of your feet to the earth, like you belong here, super strong. Reverse the warrior. Extending. Exhale, side angle. Reaching all the way to the earth. Take a breath or two right here. Inhale, come all the way back up. Reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg. And we'll take it into a triangle. Full extension. This feels lovely. Now we're doing the same thing on the opposite side. So we'll need our block. Right hand to the floor. Step your back foot in. And my feet, you place your feet on separate train tracks. That means your left foot's on the left side of the mat, right foot's on the right side of the mat. Hands on the block, and we come into a pyramid pose where the hips are square, the legs are evenly spaced here and pointing forward. You're drawing the left sit bone back. It's going to be a really powerful stretch in your IT band, in your Achilles, in your hamstring, so many places that we were unaware of before we started this journey. And we'll place the block underneath the ball of the foot for an even deeper stretch. If you want to go for that Achilles stretch, I'm bending into the thigh. And then straightening again. It really actually stretches my back calf as well. So we're going to keep right hand to the block. Remove it from underneath the foot. Let the foot come all the way down and revolve to the left. Now the hip wants to come up. We're not revolving the torso. Torso stays straight forward. Hips stay in this action of being aligned. And then open. But we're not forcing. Don't try to hold strict like a shoulder. There's some play. There's some inhale and exhale. Some spanda. Expansion, contraction. Feel the breath. Let the breath move you here. I feel a strong power in my core because that's where I'm putting the most pressure. So when I breathe in, I feel the restriction. And when I breathe out, I can go a little bit further in that twist. Let's bring it all the way back down. Actually, that arm stays up. Coming into the low lunge, now we have a little more freedom with that twist. Right arm coming, or left arm around to your back pocket, to the right side. Right elbow across the knee, and then press the knee into the elbow, elbow into the knee, and it's going to help upright you and get a deeper twist. Back leg staying super strong. Find your balance. And come back into warrior two. One more breath here. There we go. Spin the back heel. Oh, we made it. Warrior two. Come to center, all 10 toes facing forward. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the base of the spine. Drop the knuckles. Inhale, high, tall, through the heart. Exhale, take it. Upward bow. If you want to do this with the hands on the floor, that's perfectly appropriate, or hands on the block, or even the head on a block would be awesome. At any stacking, this is a good measurement too. How close to the floor is your head? I mean, if it's here and you're stacking 2 blocks, that's where you're at. Measure it. Keep there. I'm going to show you what to do. If you're here and we're touching forehead to the floor, you're going to bend the knees. That takes the pressure off the hamstring. Then you're going to lift slowly one leg straight, and then bend it again. Straighten slowly the opposite leg. You do that a couple of times until it starts to loosen up, and then both legs And you're spreading the thighs wide. So you're pressing the thighs out as you lift the hips. So here's what it looks like. If my head's on the ground or near the ground, I'm bending knees out and wide, and then I'm lifting the hips as I straighten the leg, and that brings the head more to the floor. Okay. Hold one more breath. And lift. Yeah. Turn the toes out. Skandasana to the right. And so one hand is left in the center, supporting, one elbow on the knee, right side, and to the left. Let's take that ninja style, side to side. Super strong in the legs. Inhale high. You can take a hand to the thigh. That's going to give you a little more support. And back to center. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up, place the hands on the waist and come all the way to standing. We're going to jump the feet together and shake it out. Shift the weight now onto the right leg. We're going to grab the big toe, your left foot here, left hand. Open the knee and bring it back. Alternatively, you could hold the knee underneath the knee and guide the knee side to side. Or out to the side and then back to the middle. I'm not speaking well today. I'll bring it right into tree pose. Strong, tall, branch up, branch out. And exhale, bring it back. We'll take the tree, place the ankle over the knee and bow forward with a little bit of a twist. So we're going to take right hand to left foot and press, then bring the elbow across. Ooh. And lift, take the foot to the floor. Let's take that twist a little bit deeper. Bending the knees, weight back in the heels. Yeah, feeling quite uneven right now. That's okay. Left elbow across the right thigh or inside the inner left knee. So to making that twist, hand to the floor, right arm to the sky. You're going to really bend the hips, bend the knees and drop the hips a little bit more to get that full elixir. If you're up here, that's another way to do it. Exhale, release to the floor. Shake it out through the legs. Let's come on up to standing. Roll the shoulders. And bring the left knee in. And take it out to the side. I'm sorry, right knee. So we're supporting, we're standing on the left leg. I know I'm not mirroring you right now, unless you are, unless I am. Coming into tree, we'll guide the right foot to the upper inner thigh and give a good solid pressing. So you've got that foundation. Soundboard, one against the other. And, playing apart, draw the ribs in. Hold steady. Breathe in. Breathe out. Branch up, branch out. We're going to take the leg that's up on the thigh or in the shin, wherever you have that foot. We're going to cross it over the thigh and then take a seat here. Hand to the foot and a little pressure. Let's keep it straightforward, no twist. We'll get to that. And then come back up, place the foot gently on the floor, a little more even, Utkatasana, palms together, and then we'll twist it to the left. You can keep the torso upright with the forearm against the knee, or bring it all the way down, elbow to knee, and pancake the hands together. What's your choice? You can even bring that elbow inside. We want to watch out for is that right knee is not coming forward in the twist. We're keeping the hips fairly stationary, fairly balanced and in line with each other. There's a slight slope downward. Maybe there's a little offset with the knees, but not much. Exhale, let's take it to the floor. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then we'll separate the feet, turning the toes out, coming into Malasana, a deep stretch for the low back. And my low back feels super yummy right now with all that we've done. Give it a little shift side to side. And the key component here is if your heels are not on the ground, you place a blanket underneath the heels, and that helps you have some little more space. So do what builds confidence in this posture for you. Confidence comes from doing what we can do, not what we can't do. We're not saying we can't do something. Let's come back up, shake it out, and go right into crow. So this is our arm balance. Plant the hands, bend the knees right up into the tricep, and then triceps pushing back into the knees as you shift forward and lighten the load on the feet. The load bearing gets a little more weighted in the pads of the fingers, somewhat in the wrist. You want to try and stay out of the wrist though, even though there is a lot riding on that. Then your toes could probably, maybe one or both, come off the ground. Let me show that to you from the side. So we start in a forward fold, bending the knees right up into the armpit. And yesterday I had someone ask me, do the knees have to be here? No, they could be outside and squeezing, because you're going to bruise or you're going to have some tenderness if you're not used to doing this. We're building up strength, we're building up stamina, we're building up the courage and confidence to do this, and the core has to really lift to come up. Once you've got one toe and then the other, you just bring the feet together and just hold for 3 or 5 breaths. And then we'll bring the feet back to the earth, release it into a forward fold, shaking the wrists out. Let's bring the hands underneath the feet and give your wrists a break. As the hastas under the padas. And then I'm going to show you a side crow. So for those of you who really love the confidence that comes from the arm balancing strength, and I really invite you to try what you can do. I'm going to take it in a progression that's accessible. Let's release the wrist here. Shake it. Bring a block. We're going to come back into our low squat. Bring the block in front. And then lift into a toe stand. I'm going to just rest my knee on the block here for a moment. So I've got a little ease in this posture while I explain. The right hand comes to the floor. That gives you the opportunity to really stretch through the left side body, really long, building strength and stamina here. I'm going to rotate the elbow to the knee. So I'm picking up my knee, meeting the elbow here, and lifting the opposite hand. So I still have one knee on the block. This is the twist. This is the crow with a twist. If I place my hands on the floor, it'll still look like this. Okay. But I'll just be, I'll be on the ground. So let's do that. Let's do the other side and then we'll take it to the ground. So knees on the block. If you have one, if you don't, you don't need one. left hand to the floor. So you're going to see it from the other side, right arm reaching. I want to get all of this space in the side body so that when I twist, I've got a uber amount of space there, pulling the rib cage back. And I'm going to meet left knee to right elbow, press, and then let go or lift my left hand and balance. If I lift my right knee, then I'm going to balance on my toes, and I can't do that action right now. Let's release the legs. Go back to the first side and now take this in its proper form as an arm balance. So we bend the knees. And remember, in Utkatasana, this is the form we just did, the twisting. Remember twisting Utkatasana? There's our twisting crow, but we're standing instead of floating on the hands. So we'll just take that same form. And if you want to do the standing version of the twist in Parsvottanasana, that's great. So here, now I'm going to root the hands to the floor, press the knee against the elbow, bend into a chaturanga style, and then walk my feet up to the block, and then press down with the knee into the elbow pushing up into the knee. Whew, and there's my Parsva Bakasana or Kakasana, Parsva, revolved crow, twisting crow. Right on. That's it. Shake the wrists out. Take a little break here. It's a lot of exertion. Let's go to the second side. Toe stand for sure. Right arm reaching up. We'll cross it over. You can always do the standing version right here. That's the standing version. Hold it for 5 breaths. Bring it to the floor if you'd like. Now let me come around this way so you see it from the front view here. And then walk the feet up, possibly pause and hold, float. And bring it back, the center. Okay, certainly was a challenge. I hope we were up for the challenge today. Confident building, strength manifesting. Let's bring your feet through. I'm going to use a pad here, a little cushion underneath my tushy. Cushy tushy. Bring the toes off the ground, hands underneath the knees, pull the low belly in and open through the shoulders. You're going to release the hands. You can stay here or extend the right leg. Inhale, exhale, bend left leg, and exhale, bend right leg. We're in boat pose. It's called Navasana. We're just doing some variations. Inhale and exhale. And then both feet extend, both legs bend. You could also have a toe on the ground. You want to feel this in your low belly, not your low back. And then we're going to lower to a half Navasana and lift. Lower and lift. 3 more. Lower, lift. 2 more. Lower, lift. Use the hands if you like. 1 more. And lift and bring the knees in. Roll all the way onto your back. Uttanasana, all the air out of the lung. Inhale, move the knees away. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest and release the breath. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Keep the right knee here, left leg to the floor. Extend it to the sky. Out to the side. And then cross the right ankle over the left thigh. We'll draw it in like a figure 4. You're going to coax the right knee gently open. Yeah, that feels so good in the hip. Release the head side to side. And make sure you don't have any kinks in the neck or shoulder. Let's bring the foot to the floor. I still have the right ankle crossed. I'm just going to drop that whole set, the whole knees over to your left side. So you're getting a nice twist through the waist again and a release in the low back. Full breath in, full breath out. Again, roll the head side to side. And coming back to center. All the way to the floor. Left knee comes into this, towards the shoulder. The gift this posture gives us is the releasing of the hip flexor. So we're pressing the thigh bone down to get the most out of that, this configuration. Let's extend the right leg to the sky, our left leg upward. Flex and point. You can bring that a little closer to the forehead if you'd like. And take the leg out to the side. Right. We're bending both knees, the right knee towards you, reaching through and then clasping the hands around the knees. The torso should lay flat. If it's not, if you're up here and reaching for the leg because it's far away, bring your right foot to a block of not a block, a wall, and allow the torso to relax. So now you've got the wall helping you with that posture instead of trying to muscle it up right here, okay, and having your neck even more tense. The shoulders are relaxed, and we're just bringing the knee in for a nice hip stretch. Let's bring that back to the earth. Drop the knees over to your right side. Arms come out. Oh, full breath in, full breath out. That should feel amazing. Roll the head, make sure there's no tension in the neck or shoulder. Give it a good release. And then bring the whole legs back to center. We'll take a Shavasana. Bring the heels towards the corner edges of the mat. Relax the head, shoulders. I like to give my neck a little rub so my thumb is right on the occipital ridge, doing tiny circles inward and tiny circles outward. It's always a bit of tension because our neck's holding up the weight of the head, and those muscles there can be quite sore and tender, especially if you're at your computer all day. So I highly recommend just giving yourself a little thumb massage in that area, the base of the skull. You're going to feel it. There's a ridge there. That's why it's called occipital ridge. And then bring the hands all the way to the earth. Arms at your side. Full Shavasana. Relax and release. We'll spend about 3 minutes here. You can really go a lot longer. Imagine the energy at the solar plexus swirling in a clockwise motion. If you're looking straight down at the body, it would be a clock traveling in clockwise motion, that energy radiating outward into the body like a a glow, a bright light. You could think of it that way, or any color, of any color. Okay. Let your head rest, your arms, your shoulders relax fully and completely into the floor. Mm. For another minute, just go a little bit deeper. Allow your whole body to release and relax. And the energy at the third chakra is still spinning. Awareness. And let that energy expand and reach into the feet, fingers, toes. Look all the way to the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Draw the knees into the chest and make your way to side lying position. And eventually coming up to seated. Hands together at heart center. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to just finish with a Kapalabhati, a wake up breath. Let me get a little bit closer if you'd like to do this with me. Sometimes it's called fire breathing. Move that down just a little bit. There we go. So hopefully you can see my belly. It's going to pump like it would if I were sneezing uncontrollably. Chew, chew, chew. So when I breathe out, the chew, the belly goes in, that's the pump. When I release it, breath automatically comes in through the nose, and then I do it again. Chew. Breathe in. Chew. I'm just going to speed that up a little bit. And exhale, exhale through the nose. Exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale. Exhale all the air out. And breathe in. We're going to do that one more time. 54 iterations of it with the arms high to the sky. So we're making a big V, curl the fingers in, thumbs up, fire, passion, confidence. Inhale. Exhale, part way and begin. Four, three, two, one. Exhale all the air out. Breathe in, bring the thumbs together, and hold the breath at the top. Release it. Release the arms. Let your shoulders roll. Relax. Bring the hands together at your heart center. Notice how you feel. And go out and have a confident day. Namaste. Blink.